So when we compare the properties of elements present in the group and periods of modern periodic table, we find the regularity in their variation, that these are known as periodic trends. Last time we have seen, but I am repeating that. In the periodic trends, we have seen the trend regarding the valency, that is, whenever the elements are present in the same group, that is from top to bottom, they have same valency as they have same number of valence electrons. In a period also we have seen the trend regarding the valency by taking the example of period 2 and period 3. In that the valency first increases from 1 to 4 and then it decreases from 4 to 0. That also we have seen. Then we have seen the periodic trend regarding the atomic size, which is nothing but the atomic radius. So within the group the atomic size goes on increasing, because in a group the valence shell number of valence shell electron remains the same, but the new shells get added and therefore the distance between the nucleus and the outermost orbit increases, and thus the atomic radius, or that is atomic size, increases down the group. But whenever we are going from left to right in a period, the atomic size decreases. That also we have seen the reason, because number of shells remain the same but the electrons get added in the same shell, and thus the attractive force exerted by nucleus, it increases, reducing the size. Now we are going to see page number 26, in which we are going to see the trends regarding the metallic and non-metallic character. So they have given you use your brain power, page number 26, top. Look at the elements of the third period and classify them into metals and non-metals. So third period elements, that means we are going to consider sodium, then magnesium, then aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and then argon. So if we consider these are the third period elements, they have asked to consider the third period element. Then what question they have asked? On which side of the period are the metals, left or right? So you know that sodium, magnesium, aluminium, they are metals, while phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, they are non-metals. So on the left side the elements are metals, while on the right hand side the elements are non-metal. That is your answer. On which side of the period did you find the non-metals? So non-metals are on the right hand side. So here sodium, magnesium, aluminium are metals, silicon is a metalloid, and phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, they are non-metals. And in between them there is a zigzag line, that also we have seen in the structure of modern periodic table. Now we are going to see what is a metallic character or electropositivity, and what is non-metallic character, that is electronegativity. So you know that metals have tendency to lose the valence electrons and to form the cations, and this tendency or this property is of metals is known as electropositivity of an element. On the other hand, these non-metals have tendency to accept electrons to form negative ions, that is known as electronegativity. So now we are going to give the answer to the question that they have asked in this paragraph. How is the ability to lose or accept electrons in the valence shell determined? So how we are going to determine whether these elements are losing electron or gaining electron? That question we are going to give answer. Now you know that in a nucleus, in an atom, at the center there is a nucleus, and around the nucleus there are orbits in which electrons are revolving. Now nucleus has positive charge, that means this nucleus exerts attractive force on all the electrons present in the atom. So suppose this is nucleus present and these are the orbits in which electrons are revolving, and suppose this is a valence shell, this is valence shell. So just I have drawn for giving example. So in an atom there is a nucleus which is having a positive charge due to the presence of protons. You know that. So this nucleus exerts an attractive force on all these electrons present in the atom. Now in between these valence shell electrons and the nucleus, there are also the electrons present in the orbit which are known as the inner shell electrons. These are the inner shell electrons. Followed? So here electrons in the inner shell lie between this valence shell electron and this nucleus, and due to the presence of these inner shell electrons, what happens, this effective nuclear charge becomes slightly less, or it becomes somewhat less than the actual nuclear charge. Nuclear charge means attractive force exerted by nucleus on the electrons. So due to presence of these inner shell electron, the effective nuclear charge exerted by nucleus on the valence shell electron, it becomes somewhat less. Followed now meaning? That's why I have drawn the figure. Now the number of, if we consider the metal atom, the number of valence electrons are also less in metal atoms. You know that metal atoms contains valence electron 1 to 3. So as this number of valence electron is less, and also the effective nuclear charge exerted by the nucleus on the valence shell electron is less, the combined effect of both of them is the tendency of metal element to lose electron is more, and thus after losing the electron they form the stable cation with inert gas configuration. This tendency is known as electropositivity or metallic character. Followed? So that is how they have given you what is electropositivity or the metallic character of the element. Followed? Now we are going to see the trends in the period and a group regarding this metallic and non-metallic character. So whenever we are using the word metallic character, that means it is electropositivity, and when we are using the word electronegativity, that is non-metallic character. Followed? So if we consider the elements present in same group, that is whenever we go from top to bottom in a group, so you know that in a group the number of valence shell electron remains the same, but the orbits get added or new shells get added, and therefore the distance between the nucleus and the outermost valence shell electrons, it increases. As this distance increases, that is atomic radius increases, that we have seen. Due to this, two things get lowered. One, that is effective nuclear charge become less, as well as the attractive force by the nucleus also become less. As a result of that, the tendency of atom to lose electron, it increases. That is one thing. Followed? Atomic radius increases, therefore effective nuclear charge, attractive force both get decreased. Now what happens? Another thing, the penultimate shell. Penultimate shell means shell which is inside the outermost shell, valence shell. That penultimate shell, after losing the electron from the valence shell, that penultimate shell becomes the outermost shell, and that penultimate shell has the stable octet configuration. It form a stable cation, and thus due to the both things, that is the metallic character of atom is the tendency. Due to this the atom lose the electron and increases. These two reasons are there. One, increase in atomic radius decreases the atom to hold these electrons, and thus electrons can be easily lost. That is one thing. And secondly, the penultimate shell, it becomes a complete octet. Penultimate shell means after losing the valence electron, the valence shell vanishes. Suppose we have sodium. Sodium has 2 electrons in the first orbit, then 8 electrons in the second orbit, and then 1 electron in the last orbit. So after losing this 1 electron, what happens? This is the penultimate shell. This is the penultimate shell, and this penultimate shell, it becomes the last shell now, and it has a octet configuration, which is a stable configuration. So due to this also, the tendency of metal atom to lose electron increases, and therefore the metallic character down the group increases. So two reasons: increasing atomic radius and having the stable cation formation, you can tell as a reasons for increasing the metallic character down the group. Now if we consider the trend from going from left to right, that is in a period, what happens in period? We have seen period, the elements present in same period, that means they have same number of shells, but the electrons get added as we are going to increase the atomic number while arranging the periodic table. The electrons get added in the same shell, and due to which the atomic radius decreases, and due to the decrease in atomic radius the effective nuclear charge increases, and as a result of this the tendency of atom to lose electron, it decreases within a period from left to right, that is the metallic character decreases from left to right. Followed? So whenever you are saying metallic character decreases, reversely we can tell non-metallic character increases. So in a group the metallic character increases, that is non-metallic character decreases. In a period metallic character decreases means non-metallic character increases. Followed? So the two factors, namely the increasing nuclear charge and decreasing atomic radius, are the two factors which are responsible for increasing the effective nuclear charge in a period, and thus the valence electron are held with a greater and greater attractive force. This is known as the electronegativity of the atom. So followed, these are the trend regarding the metallic and non-metallic character. So due to increasing electronegativity from left to right within a period, the ability of an atom to become anion by accepting outside electron goes on increasing. So the tendency of an element to form anion or the electronegativity is the non-metallic character of an element. So that also we have seen already. So use your brain power, page number 27. What is the cause of non-metallic character of elements? So the cause of non-metallic character is the tendency of element. Here the sentence, last sentence they have given, same sentence you can write. The tendency of an element to form anion by accepting or sharing electrons to form negative charge is known as the electronegativity, which is nothing but the non-metallic character of element. That is the answer. What is expected trend in the variation of non-metallic character of elements from left to right in a period? It increases. Increasing. What would be the expected trend in the variation non-metallic character of elements down the group? It decreases. So metallic character means electropositivity, non-metallic character means electronegativity. So down the group, what happens? The metallic character increases, non-metallic character decreases. From the period left to right, the metallic character decreases, that is non-metallic character increases. So always remember they have given the same thing on the right side. So now they have given you gradation in halogen family. So halogen family means it contains 5 elements: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So here not much is given about that, only regarding their state they have given. So fluorine, chlorine both are in the gaseous state, while bromine you know that it is in the liquid state, while iodine is in the solid state. Now they have given you on page number 28, do you know? So they have given one reaction, metal with water gives metal hydroxide plus hydrogen. So here they have given this reaction of our second group elements. So a general chemical equation indicating the reaction of alkaline earth metal, second group elements mean alkaline earth metal, that is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So these are second group elements. So what conclusion they have? The reactivity increases of these alkaline metal, earth metals, whenever we are going down the group. So they have given that confirmation by considering their reaction with water. That means if we consider the reaction of beryllium with water, beryllium does not react with water. Magnesium reacts with only steam. That is, here the reactivity starts increasing. Then if we consider calcium, strontium, barium, they can react with water even at room temperature. So what conclusion or trend you can consider from this? When you consider the reaction of second group elements with water, the conclusion is reactivity increases down the group, and they have considered that by considering the reaction of second group element with water. Followed? So now we are going to see the exercise. I am not going to take all questions from exercise. Short questions I am going to take. First, match the pair. They have given 3 columns. So first they have given triad. So for triad, average of the first and the third atomic mass, that is C from second column, and Dauber-Nair, that is 5th point from column 3. Then second they have given octave. So for octave they have given you properties of 8th element similar to the first, that is D you have to match, while in the third column you have to match third, that is Newland's law of octave. Third is atomic number, that means positive charge on the nucleus. Atomic number means, so here we are going to consider atomic number means the point number they have given you, 6th one Moseley. Then fourth, period. So period means sequential change in the molecular formulae, that is F for period, and here Mendeleev. Then fifth one, nucleus. For nucleus, B from column 2, concentrated mass and positive charge, and here Rutherford from column 3, fourth one. And sixth for electron, lightest and negatively charged particle in all the atoms, and here Thomson, that is from the column number 3. So that is how you can have the match the pairs. Now choose the correct option and rewrite the correct. The number of electrons in the outermost shell of alkali metals is 1. So second one, alkaline earth metal have valency 2. This means that their position in the modern periodic table is in group number 2. Number of valence electron 2, valency 2, group number 2. The molecular formula of chloride of an element X is HCl. This compound is a solid having high melting point. Which is the following element be present in the same group as X? So as it is HCl, if we have Mg, it will be MgCl2, because Mg has 2 valency, aluminium has 3, silicon has 4. So sodium is the one which is having valency 1. So it must be Na, sodium HCl, that is valency 1, Na. In which block of the modern periodic table are found the non-metals? P block. So these are the answers for second question, A, B, C, D. Then question number 3, an element has its electronic configuration 282. Now answer the following question. First, what is the atomic number of this element? So if we make the addition of 2 plus 8 plus 2, which is the electronic configuration, that will be atomic number, which is 12. What is the group of this element? As there are 2 electrons in the last orbit, 2, 8, 2. It must be present in which group? It must be present in the second group. So from configuration you can determine the position of element, that they have to show from this example. To which period does this element belong? So how many shells are there? 1, 2, 3. That means number of shell is number of period. So to which period does this element belong? Third period. Followed? With which of the following elements would this element resemble? Atomic numbers are given in the bracket. Sodium 7, beryllium 4, argon 18, chlorine 17. So sorry, not sodium, nitrogen 7. So it will have configuration 2, 5, beryllium 2, 2, argon 2, 8, 8, chlorine 2, 8, 7. So beryllium is the one which is having only 2 electrons in the last orbit, as they have given 2 electrons in the last orbit of the given configuration 2, 8, 2. So it will resemble beryllium having atomic number 4. So that is the answer to question number 3. Then I will come to question number 5, which is a small question. Write the name and symbol of the element from the description. The atom having smallest size, that is helium. The atom having smallest atomic mass, hydrogen. The most electronegative atom, fluorine, F. The noble gas with the smallest atomic radius, helium. And the most reactive non-metal is fluorine. Followed? Then I will come to the last question, 8th one. write the names from the description. The period with electrons in the shells KLM. So how many shells are there? 3 shells. Number of shells means the period number. So which period it will be having? Period 3. Followed? The group of valence is 0, that is group number 18. The family of non-metals having valency 1, that is these are the family of non-metals, therefore they must be the halogens. And the family of metals having valency 1, these are alkali metals, that is group 1 metal. The family of metals having valency 2, that is alkaline earth metal, that is second group metal. The metalloid in the second and the third period, boron and silicon. And the non-metals in the third period are phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. So you open the periodic table and see in the third period which are the non-metals. Just now we have written that phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon. 2 elements having valency 4, carbon and silicon. These are the 2 elements having valency 4. Followed? So give scientific reason. Question number 7. Atomic radius goes on decreasing while going from left to right. Answer is given on page number 25. The paragraph which is below oxygen, boron, carbon, that paragraph they have given directly the answer. You write that sufficient. Metallic character goes on decreasing while going from left to right in a period. Just now I have taught you page number 27, top paragraph. Atomic radius goes on increasing down the group. So 25th page, bottom paragraph. Then elements belonging to same group have same valency. Here valency paragraph, page number 24, you see the question numbers that they have given, as they have same number of valence electron, valency is same. And the third period contain only 8 elements, even though the electron capacity of the third shell is 18. So in that you can consider the page number 24. Can you recall? Here they have given the table shell N2N square electron capacity. So I have told you previously, give reason 7th E is given. Third period also contain only 8 elements due to the law of electron octet. So remaining questions, that is question number 4, question number 6. These are 2 remaining questions. So I will take them afterwards in the next video. Up to that you complete this.